Hello everyone and welcome to the Chrissy B Show. Now Christmas time's all about giving, so on the show today we have special guest Mohammed Hashi from the Brixton Soup Kitchen to talk to us all about what they've been doing to help those in their local community. And we also have fashion journalist Cynthia Liza Gregoire who'll be giving us an extra dose of her fashion tips with a preview to the 60s trend. And also Hannah Richards will be showing us how to make healthy banana bites, and we have a special Christmas video surprise. But first, we have the news with Ian and Helena.
Hello, Chrissy.
Hello.
I'm interested in the 60s video then. No, the 60s
It's not a
fashion.
video, it's like
the
fashion.
60s fashion.
Yeah.
It's good.
Because that used to be me.
Did oh
your
yeah.
60s flares.
Yeah. Oh,
What was that like? What did you used to wear?
I was a mod.
Oh.
Do you know what mods and rockers are?
No.
No? Mods and rockers? Mods were, very well dressed. The rockers, and they used to go around in scooters, like Lambrettas. And rockers used to all be in leathers and used to go around on motorbikes. And strange enough, 10 years later, there was a movie called Quadrophenia that I worked on with The Who. Mm-hmm. And they reenacted all the battle scenes on Brighton that happened in the 1960s.
So which one were you out of the two?
Sorry?
Which one were you out of?
I was a mod.
You are, I thought so. Yeah, I can't imagine him all in leather.
I was extremely well dressed.
Still are.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go back to being a mod.
Yes, I could always go back to being a mod. Yes, in my dreams.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
So tell us, news?
Well, since the Duchess of Cambridge has got back from New York, I think Ian had mentioned a little while ago about the bookies, and as soon as they get wind of something, they slash the odds. But it's been recorded that Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, is going to have a little girl. So, but you know, it's that same old thing.
Just the
but
one,
the bookies get the wind of it, so somebody's been tipped off and various things like that. But we're holding out for it. We're excited.
We're tipping for quadruplets.
Really? Oh, it's...
we always have something different, Chrissy, as you know. We think there's 4 there this time.
No. You can't even see the bump.
But there is something in it. I think, do you know what it is? It's because obviously the Duchess of Cambridge has been in the limelight, so everyone's studying her bump. Isn't there something that if you have, it's to do with the shape of the bump? Whether it's slightly pointed or whether it's rounded. Yeah.
I don't know.
And also, if you look really, really blooming and beautiful, apparently you're having a boy, but if you look a little bit like tired and a bit sort of wild.
Really? I've never heard that before.
I think it might be an old wives' tale, I'm not sure, but yeah, there is some truth in it.
But we like the gossip around it, whatever.
Yeah, we do.
Gosh, I do hope it's a girl. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
I still think it's a boy, actually, but I have to be honest. I think it's still a boy.
Yeah. Still a boy.
No, don't say that.
It's not going to change.
No, I think it's, well, anyway, we'll see. But I'm pretty certain it's a boy.
We should
it's
see
another son.
As we move on.
But we also, as obviously, you know, because we first announced it on your show.
Yes.
As you know,
so we keep saying.
So we were a month before everyone else. So watch this space, folks.
Yes. Actually, something we were talking about in the makeup room about coconut oil.
Yes.
And the most amazing qualities.
It is amazing.
It is absolutely amazing. I mean, one of the best thing. I mean, it's really renowned for its brain boost, so it's very good for the brain. And
it's good for everything.
And things.
It's good for everything.
I bathe in it, by the way.
No, you don't.
I don't.
Cleopatra will do the milk. I do use it at home. Yeah, because I saw something, I can't remember, about a year ago about how good it was for you. So I just use it for like light frying if I'm going to fry eggs and stuff instead of using butter or
Abby
oil.
Was saying it was very good for plaque and various things.
Yeah, and your hair and everything.
Yeah, simply amazing.
Is that connected to a news piece?
Well, it's actually to do with, it is in a funny kind of way.
Are we doing the news tonight?
No, Fleur X Factor, congratulations.
Yeah.
She has done incredibly well, but actually there's this whole thing about her funk song that she's been singing that's gone to #1 in the charts, but it's actually not her song. I think it's Bruno Mars, so it's caused a bit of an upset.
It's done better than...
Apparently she did it really, really well. But it's not her fault, she was given it to sing, so good for her. But no, it's something to do with her... No, coconut water.
Here we go.
Coconut
I
water.
drink that too.
Yeah, that's really good for you.
Yeah.
And that is something to do with Fleur East and her regime, her Keep Fit regime, is coconut water, bottom exercises for an hour a day on the treadmill.
Oh, blimey, okay.
But coconut water is supposed to be really good for weight loss.
And by the way,
I don't know why.
I'm doing beauty tips next week.
Right. We've got this coconut
what
thing.
to wear for the over 60s? It's going to be sensational. Are we going to do some news?
This is news.
All right.
This is news. Oh, come on.
Go on, Ian, you can do some news for us.
Go.
Yes. Katy Perry. This is a piece of news. You'll be pleased to
So cheeky.
know. Katy Perry's getting very upset at the moment with paparazzis. Apparently they photographed her when she wasn't wearing any clothes on a beach recently, and
She should have been wearing some clothes then, shouldn't
well, absolutely right. But at the same
And her
time,
ladies as well.
she? She knows she's going to be photographed. She's,
well,
you know.
I think the problem at times is, as we've talked about before, there's too much intrusion. I think there's a tremendous amount of intrusion. You know, it's the types of things that wouldn't have happened in the 60s.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have happened, you know, for a long time. And I think, you know, that it's
can't believe
one
they
of
were
the.
in the news.
It's one of the. No, it's just
Or
one
was
of
she
these
completely
operations.
starkers?
Apparently so.
It was her and her
Apparently so.
entourage, so it wasn't just a...
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Maybe they did it on purpose.
Well,
bit of
there's
publicity.
always that sort of thought that I think she's. I mean, goodness knows how many hits she's got on her YouTube. So I
Well,
don't think she really needs the publicity.
I
But
don't think so.
Well,
she
you
also
never
had
know.
her nose pierced not so long ago,
okay.
because she actually tried to do when she was 13. This is a piece of news.
Yeah, go on
A
in,
bit
go
of
on.
information. Is that okay?
doesn't matter, anything
So,
goes, don't worry.
So she's got a little scar where she did it herself when she was younger with an ice cube and a pin.
Oh,
So she had it done properly not so long ago.
okay. Well,
Not that I like nose rings, nose
No.
piercing. But also
Moving
Simon
swiftly on.
Cowell has been moaning, I don't know why he keeps moaning about the fact that One Direction should have won X Factor all that time ago. I mean, they've done incredibly well.
they
So
have. They
But
came second, didn't
I
they, with their
think-
runners
Yeah,
up?
I
can't
don't
remember.
think he liked the person. I mean, there's been I forget the name of the guy now, but he got into all sorts of trouble after X Factor. If I'm thinking of the
yeah.
right
Harry.
year.
no,
No.
Prince Harry.
No, are we
No.
talking about One Direction?
No, not One
No.
Direction, but
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember
and
his
there's
name.
been a conciliation recently between Simon Cowell and this guy, and I'm sorry for the life of me, I can't remember his name at the moment. But yeah, no, because at times, you know, there's been lots of battles going on this year between Cheryl and Simon as well. She's saying that she's fed up with all these battles that are going on. I mean, even Mel B. I mean, the incredible story that came out about Mel B this week is that she's blind in one eye.
She spoke about that actually.
And that she had
on an interview. She said she can't see
Yeah,
out of one
so
eye.
she had laser surgery done on an eye years ago, and it went wrong.
Yeah.
And now she's totally blind in one eye. So you know,
But she said she was going to have it redone.
well, she's going to have a cornea implant
Yeah.
now. So I think that, you know, there's all sorts of
But
things
I mean,
going on.
You know, it's sad, but she can still use her other eye for the minute, can't she? No, it's true.
always half full.
It's true. She's still doing incredibly well.
Thank God she's got two legs and two arms. That's all I
Don't
can
start
say.
with that one.
That's all I can say.
But going back to X Factor and everything.
I thought I'm confused. Sorry, I'm really confused. We started off talking about One Direction. And Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell not being happy that they...
Let's
So
go
can
back to
we
that.
like
Okay,
backtrack a
I'm
bit before we go to the
bringing it
break?
Reeling it in. So, yeah, but the thing is, I actually think it's great in a way, because also Ella Henderson, who's doing incredibly well now, she also was voted out, I think, quite early on in the competition, and now is doing better than most of the stars. But it gives everyone hope as well. So if you enter the competition,
Yeah, you can still
you don't
do
have
really
to
well.
win
And
to
yet some
do
of the
really
people that
well.
have won aren't doing well at all.
Absolutely
Yeah,
right. But quite a lot of, I mean, sort of, we've had sort of people from X Factor on the show here
We
as well.
have,
So and they're doing incredibly well now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's
They just got to carry on doing what they love.
Keep on
and they'll
going.
Get there. Yeah,
sounds like Chris
absolutely.
Brown. Keep on going.
Keep on going.
Keep on going.
Alrighty. Can you do
Still
a news
chatting.
item in 30 seconds, Helena?
Okay, Fizz, and I've forgotten her name, has just had a little baby boy. Fizz from Coronation
We don't know who we're talking about.
Fizz from Coronation.
Someone has had a baby boy. Okay,
No, it's
thanks for that, Helena.
Fizz for Coronation Street.
All right.
Fizz is a character.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
okay.
But you're coming back, aren't
We're
you?
coming back.
All right, so
You'll be
we're going to
relieved.
speak to Ian and Helena a bit later on too. But don't go away, because after the break we've got Mohammed Hashi from Brixton Soup Kitchen, and we'll also have our fitness tip from Jane Rafter on the benefits of varying your fitness regime.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the show. Now, before I meet my first guest, let's take a look at this fitness tip from Jane Rafter.
Hi everybody, I'm Jane and I'm going to talk to you today about the importance of varying your fitness routine. So a lot of people end up doing the same thing day after day, week after week, year after year, which is better than doing nothing, obviously. But you can get fit in a very specific way. For example, if you do a lot of spinning classes, they're brilliant. They help your heart get stronger, they tone up your legs, but you get very specifically fit. So if you ask someone who's really good at spinning to do some core strength work perhaps, then they might find that really difficult. So shock your body, try new things. Your body adapts and gets used to specific exercises, and you will really benefit if you try something new. Plus, you will not get bored. You can get bored of doing the same thing over and over again. Some people like the comfort zone, but actually, on the other hand, it can get boring. And you know, if you use the same muscles in the same way over and over again, you're more likely to get repetitive strain injuries. So vary it up, mix it up, try something new. And I'll see you next time.
Welcome back to the show, and now I'd like to introduce Mohammed Hashi from Brixton Soup Kitchen.
Hi,
Hello.
Chrissy.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
We've been having an interesting chat during the break, haven't we? So tell us all about Brixton Soup Kitchen. How did it all begin?
So Brixton Soup Kitchen, we started it in January 2013. That was following one of the coldest Christmases that we can actually remember, where I think it was 6 people died on the streets just from the cold.
Oh, blimey, gosh.
So myself and Solomon, we set out and we started giving out hot tea, hot drinks.
Just the two of you by
Just
yourselves?
the two of us, yeah.
Who's Solomon?
Solomon, he's my business partner.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so it was his idea, but we've done youth work together for 14 years, so we know each other really well. So we just went out and started giving out hot tea. Eventually, we was able to get a building, but it's
Hold on a minute. From hot tea, how did it kind of develop to just get a building?
we felt, giving hot tea in a cold environment doesn't really, the benefits disappear after a little while. So we wanted to be able to give hot tea in a hot environment just for a set amount of time, which for us was quite vital because, you give the tea, 10 minutes later, tea's cold, person's cold again.
Yeah. Okay, so you hired a premises, do you?
We don't, so now we're in a second premises. So initially the first premise was, we was on probation. So the lady, she wanted to see how it went.
Okay.
A lot of people rejected us saying, health and safety, risk assessment, what kind of convictions have these people got, how you're going to do checks. And this is not what we do. We just wanted to give out tea. And
it's so difficult just to help people sometimes.
It is
isn't
crazy.
it?
There's so much rules
Yeah.
and regulations for everything. And for us, that's how we found out, by getting rejected so often. So this lady, she actually took us in and allowed us to do it, and it developed. So we started getting support from Greg's, who they give us, millions and millions of donuts every day, So
Oh, that's nice.
as you can see, probably me and my colleague, we're really big now. We're gonna have to start taking some of those fitness tips there. So they also give us bread. So that's 5 days a week. We give it out to families because we realized through our journey that there's different types of homelessness. The most visual is rough sleeping.
Yeah.
People sleep in the street. There's partial homelessness, which is people who can afford to pay their rent but can't afford anything else, no clothes, no food, heating, for example. So a lot of the more elderly people go through that. It's also sofa surfing, where you get young people, a lot of young people involved in that, where they go from one house to another without having a set address, and they don't even identify themselves as homeless. So one of our main things now is about raising awareness about the homelessness, what it actually means to both people that are potentially going through it themselves and also people that might know people going through it. So you can identify a problem and hopefully progress from it.
Now, how do you actually find these people? Do they know about your organisation? Do they come to you, or how do you actually get in contact with them?
Solomon, he's actually the social media guru. So on Twitter, we actually have, I think, at the moment, 17,500 followers. Yeah. I don't know how, because all we do is give out food. So a lot of people do find out about what we're doing through the social media, through you know, Facebook, we've been on a few programs, in a few newspapers. So it's really getting out there, and for us, the main thing is getting people to put their pride aside and address the issues that they're going through. So for us, the first thing we concentrate on is making everyone feel normal. So any food that we cook now, we also eat. You know, we don't differentiate ourselves by having staff plastered around across our t-shirts or anything like that. We just get...
So that's such a simple thing to do, but something so important, isn't
it?
Yeah,
and I think a lot of organisations miss the trick, you know, and it's about addressing people's social needs as well as their need for food and as well as their need for clothes and etc. Yeah. It's about making them feel normal.
That's so important. Now, what do you get out of it, Mohammed? Because obviously I know it means a lot to you because you put so much into it, but how, because some people think, I'm going to say this straight, okay, some people are very selfish, right? And they don't realise just how much they can get out of just stretching out their hand to help another human being. And actually I think if you're maybe a selfish person that's watching, your life would be a lot happier if you did actually help someone. But what can you tell the viewers what it is that you personally get out of it?
Well, it is a bit selfish, because I feel really good when I do it.
But that's a good type of selfishness.
It is a good type. But also for me, you know, both Solomon's parents and my parents, we was always grown up being told, you know, give. I'm a Muslim and we have to give to the homeless. That's like, you know, you get lots of rewards and you go to heaven like that, you know, and it is actually the response that you get from these people when you give them something that they was not expecting. Again, we're from Brixton, so the first initial perception of us is 2 black males. You know, we've got the highest youth violence. That's Lambeth, where Brixton is. We've got the highest mental health issues. We've got second highest teen pregnancy in London. So people already associate us with a lot of the negatives. So when they see the positives, we're able to dispel some of the myths around, you know, the perceptions, but also we're able to help someone. And for me, that is the key, you know, changing people's lives. Solomon loves to say, he's got a quote, and it is that he aspires to inspire. So, you know, you don't have to be part of a soup kitchen to do these kind of things. You just have to be aware.
And just look at people around you, because, you know, even if someone's not homeless, for example, or, you know, that kind of problem, but there's people all around us all the time that are going through something, even just a friendly word or just to show that you care in some way, that could make a big difference to someone.
Exactly.
So what are the future plans for Brixton Soup Kitchen?
Well, future plans now, we are currently going through our registration process to become a charity, because since we've started in 2013, we have received 0 funding.
Really?
Yeah, so everything comes out of our own pocket.
Wow.
We've got a lot of support locally. One of our biggest supporters, and you guys was talking about earlier, was Fleur East. So she does a lot of work with us. She was going to headline a fundraising event for us before she even went on X Factor. So vote Fleur, guys, vote Fleur. Yeah, so she actually invited us onto her battle bus a few days ago, which was really exciting. But again, for us, it's about raising awareness around homelessness. You know, it is not a disease. You know, it's not something you can, you know, touch someone and you become homeless suddenly. It is an issue that you can help people progress just by having a bit of empathy. You know, you don't have to have money as we're actually physically showing, because we don't get any funding for this. You know, we do this because we saw a need and we felt that someone had to address it, so we was a bit proactive.
Definitely. And you've recently been on Surprise Surprise as well, haven't you?
Yes, we was on Surprise Surprise, I think almost 2 months ago now, and we got to surprise Solomon. So he went away on holiday.
Oh, so you knew everything that was going on? Oh, okay, all right.
So he went on holiday. The day he went on holiday, Surprise Surprise and the team come in and they fixed up the kitchen for us, so totally revamped it. So again, fantastic.
That must have made a huge difference.
Yeah, because we couldn't use the kitchen how it was.
Yeah. Wow.
And
So you see, like, so when you start to do something, things start to happen as well. You start to get help from
Yeah.
places that maybe you didn't even
Exactly.
expect, which
Yeah.
is great. Oh, so, I was going to call you Solomon. Mohammed, thank you so much for
That's no
speaking
problem,
to us today. It's been lovely speaking to you.
Thank
All
you,
the best
Chrissy.
with the Brixton Soup Kitchen. All right, so do stay tuned because after the break, we have Cynthia's styling.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back. So now it's time for Cynthia's styling. Hello, Cynthia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We're going to be speaking about 60s fashion, aren't we?
Yep.
In just a moment, because keeping in theme with Christmas spirit, let's take a look at this lovely video, a surprise by some Michigan police.
Most of the contact police officers have with the general public is on a traffic stop. And you can find out a lot about that person in that 10 to 15 minute window, whether they're having a good day, a bad day, or a horrible day. And then we got this idea, what if we could change that person's day in real time? What if we could change that person's day right now?
Got all your Christmas shopping done?
No, I haven't even started. Yeah, she wants like Lego friends. I don't know if you've ever heard of those.
Oh yeah, my daughter loves Lego Friends. They're great.
Lego what? Friends? Daughter wants Lego friends? Okay.
Go.
We got 3.
Any other kids or just the one?
I got another one. Yeah, I got a son.
What does he want?
Well, you know, he's only 5.
Yeah.
So he has all these things that he wants that are unrealistic.
Like?
I'm not gonna be able to get.
Like what?
Like this electric scooter.
Something like this?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, you want to open up the back seat or your trunk?
Was I really getting pulled over?
Yeah, you got pulled over. You got illegal tinted windows.
Oh my God, she just put that on her list.
And
We
the
just went through and did the list.
and the high school.
Oh my God.
Pretty
No
awesome.
way. Oh my God, can I hug you? Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So am I getting it? I'm not getting a ticket, right?
I can give you one if you want. Yeah, if you open it, right? What? Have you tried those?
No,
Will those maybe fit?
exactly what I was hoping for when I said that.
This is
What the heck?
insane.
You can have that. And there's some there for you too, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God, you're kidding me. Ah, I want to hug you. That is so great. Thank you.
Some your little boy might like.
This just turned my bad day into a good one.
What?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No, it just fell off the back of a truck. You know, you didn't see the guy in the red sleigh? Sorry, the wrap job isn't perfect, you know. It's a little windy out. Huh? Well, we got radios and sleighs and magic elves and stuff. The Xbox One.
Yeah.
That's what your kids want.
Yeah.
That's the go-to present for your kid.
Yeah, but it's all that they're not gonna have it.
Go, let's go.
To the back. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. The kids gonna love this.
How about you? Huh? I'm looking at maybe a new TV.
We were talking about that for the room, for our bedroom, because Foosball here knocked our LCD over.
Oh yeah?
And it cracked the entire thing.
So you need a new TV, huh?
Yes.
Thank you. Something like this?
Yeah, something's very similar to that.
Alrighty, we'll open up your door, boss.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Huh? Merry Christmas. You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Man, that sure is nice of you. I mean, I've been pulled over by police officers before and they've always been good to me, but never this good.
Wow, that was so nice. And I don't know if you noticed what that lady said. She said, "You've just turned my bad day into a good day." And we can all do some of that, can't we?
That's really cool.
That was lovely, wasn't it?
That was a very touching video. I wish that would happen to me.
Oh, you never know, you never know.
Very nice.
All right, so we're going to talk about 60s fashion.
Yeah, we're going to, there's not much left to say after Ian said all that earlier there, and Helena came in with that beautiful
I think we're going to have
shift dress.
have to gag him one of these days so he doesn't
I think he should come back on and chat about this. Yes, well, Chrissy, I was going to just highlight a segment that we're going to do in a little more depth in the new year, but it's just trending right now, and there's actually quite a bit of information, so I'll give you a bit of a background today.
Okay, cool.
So basically, the 60s, it's trending right now, but it obviously had a very historical part in London. Of course, it's called Swinging London. So I just wanted to go through a few slides that I have talking about the hair and the makeup and the styling, and then we can talk about our outfits. Yours is actually quite 60s inspired. And then I brought a few, items from my own closet that we can go through. Okay, so the very first slide here that we'll show is, this one is Twiggy. And Twiggy was just at the British Fashion Awards last week. I mean, this is about her back in 1967. And if you just notice, like, the makeup is just quite minimal, but yet the eyes are quite striking. So Megan was gonna, she'll help us with the eyeliner and everything when it's time. But yeah, the 60s were quite like colorful and quite, minimalistic at the same point. So there's a specific dress though that I did want to talk about today, and that's coming from my next two slides. The first one here is, that one is the Mondrian dress, and it was made by Yves Saint Laurent in 1965. Have you seen this before, Chrissy?
No,
anything like that? I've seen, maybe the color blocking there.
Yeah,
he took the shift dress to the next level by doing that color blocking. And if you just go to my next slide here, you'll see where he was inspired by the Dutch painter Piet Mondrian. So he took that impression and then put it on the shift dress. So I mean, it's just to give you an idea, because when you go to my reel, you'll see just how quite colorful the 60s really were.
I can see from here. Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to see that in a minute.
Awesome. Okay, well, why don't we go through our outfits and then we can go to the rail. Sure. Okay. I'll maybe start with mine because it's not really 60s inspired. It's more on trend now. But basically, we're in the middle of December. I've decided to go with a fringed look. So I put on some fringed ankle boots by Sam Edelman, and I've paired it with some wax sort of leather look jeans by Paige, and I've put it with this 360 cashmere poncho, which is an asymmetrical cut, but it's also got the fringing on there. So just something to keep you warm on this December day. What I've done with Chrissy is I've actually got her in spring, summer 15, believe it or not. Already. So you know how fashion is always sort of like 6 months ahead, and this is what's coming up in your spring, summer wardrobes. So if you look at Chrissy here, we've got sort of like a remake, making the 60s trend more current. So we've got her in these loafers by Sam Edelman, pony skin loafers with a bit of a buckle detail on there, thick black tights, and this monochrome shift dress by Essential. So if we can get just a shot there, you see that the shift dress is supposed to be an oversized cut. It's done in a lovely monochrome, and it's got pockets, which is so useful in a dress. This one's done by Essential, which is a Danish brand, and just a very lovely piece. You said it was very comfortable as well,
to wear.
which is great.
Especially when you're feeling a little bit bloated.
Oh, okay, it looks great on you, Chrissy. Thanks for modeling that for me. But now let's just go to the rail here, and everything here is sort of something I've picked up along the way, whether it be from a vintage store or a charity shop, but it has some sort of 1960s look to it. Now, Chrissy, what's the first thing you notice when you just look at that rail?
Patterns and color.
Patterns and color, isn't it? Yeah. So the 60s were all about vibrant patterns and about wild colors. It just was. So maybe we'll just go through the pieces here, and I'll show you. As Ian was stating earlier, the mods, as they call them, really adopted this way of fashion, especially the women. And I mean, it's still around today. I love it. So yeah, this is you'll notice here you'll have big elongated collars, wild patterns, and it's just a really short sort of simple shape. So very minimalistic. As well here, this yellow one, quite bright with this flower buckle. So that's something more obviously you would wear in the summertime. Next, this one here, I'm not even sure where I got this one here, but this is a lovely piece. You can see like the little bow detail around the neck. Just the fabric is that polyester. The belt is missing because I mean it's such an old garment, that kind of thing. This one here is actually done quite recently. I got this one in a charity shop. It's done by French Connection, but you can see again, like there's the shoulders, the sleeves, the cut of the dress is quite, the silhouette is quite 60s-ish.
We've got about a minute left. Cynthia.
Do we only have a minute?
Maybe
why don't you hold those ones? Does that ring a bell, this one here?
Oh yeah, I love that.
So that's from the Mondrian.
That's gorgeous.
I mean, we'll have more time to talk about this later, but you can see again the wild patterns. We're starting to go to 1970s with the bell sleeve. Chrissy's model, this one is amazing. I need a place to wear this too, but this is a little hot suit here, and that one there, just loving the colors. I bought that one off of a 60s go-go dancer in the Netherlands. So you can really get some, this Friday I was going to talk about outerwear. So this is an actual piece from the 60s, a bit of color and all that.
That's gorgeous, that one.
Yeah.
And we've got a few more here, which we don't have time for. Should we just grab them quickly?
Do you like this? Which ones
I'll get
would
them
you
back
wear?
since they didn't tell me how much time I had left.
Oh, don't. Okay. Anyways, this one here again, like this, the two-toned. This one's quite tiny. Yeah. Which one would you wear if you? Which one?
I really like this one. Love this one.
That one's brilliant.
Oh, I love that one.
I think you'd like that one just
Yeah.
because of the movement of
That's
this
beautiful.
one. So this one here, again, I just got it off. I think it was
That is gorgeous.
a website called modcloth.com. But yeah.
Alrighty, we've run out of time.
Did we?
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Cynthia,
You're
and we'll
welcome.
see you again next time.
Excellent.
Thank you. All right, well, do stay tuned because after the break, we have lots more for you.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the show. Now, before we go back to Ian and Helena with some more quirky news, hopefully it's going to be news this time and not just general chit-chat. Yes. Let's take a look at Hannah Richards' video making healthy banana bites, I'm told.
Hello and welcome to the MTS Kitchen. My name's Hannah Richards and today we're going to show you how to make some quick, easy and fun desserts. I'm going to start with one of my particular favourites, which is a banana bite. So all you need for your banana bites are some bananas, some peanut butter and chocolate. We're going to heat a pan with some water in it and a glass heat-proof bowl on top. And into the bowl, we're just going to add our dark, organic cooking chocolate. So then just cut the bananas. So then just place the bananas on a plate. Just take a knife and sandwich the nut butter onto the banana. It can get a little bit messy, and don't worry about that. You can always tidy up the edges at the end. There you go. Just pasting it onto the banana. And then we're going to just chop that banana up again. There we go. So now we're ready for our cocktail sticks. So just take your cocktail sticks and imagine they're choosing pineapples and just stick them all the way through the middle. This makes it easier when we dip them in chocolate because otherwise the bananas just slip right out of your hands. So all we're going to do, dip it round like that. Now, if you wanted to go a step further with these banana bites, straight after the chocolate was on them, you could give them a bit of a dusting with desiccated coconut, if you liked coconut. Beautiful banana bites for your children to take to a party.
Thank you very much, Hannah. We're healthy too. We've been hiding this pot of pineapple behind the plant. See everybody, we've been eating pineapple during the break. Let's just put that there, shall we? So, tell us some more news.
So let's just do that very quick one.
It
actually sort of follows on from the Michigan police story that you know that they were sort of helping people at Christmas time. And this was a story I actually photographed and set up years ago. And I found this family from Essex, and mother and father were both totally blind, and they had 2 children, one of 7 and one of 3. And the boy of 7 was totally blind as well. Wow. And they had no money, you know, so they couldn't even, you know, the things they would like for Christmas and the things they wanted for Christmas. And so I organised it for an Oxford Street store to actually physically open up the store after hours. And the whole family turned up, and the little 3-year-old chose all the presents for the entire family.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. And she was the one she was the eyes of the entire family.
Yeah. Amazing. When was that?
And that was, it was Daily Mail. It was 10 years ago, at least, when I was working for the Daily Mail. Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
It was a sort of big Christmas. So there is a lot, you know, one of the things that video highlighted, there's a lot of goodwill. And there is tremendous goodwill at Christmas.
That's what Christmas is about, isn't it? It's about giving.
Yeah, and they don't really sort of talk about it, and they don't want to talk about it. The stores don't want to talk about it. They just want to do it as a private
private thing. Well, that's good. At least they're doing it.
No, absolutely.
That's really good. That's nice. Oh.
So more news.
Yeah, so Naomi Campbell has been at one of her own parties in New York, but it's a release of a new programme that she's in called Empire, which is a sort of bit of a underground kind of film. It's very hard to portray hip hop. I don't know, but anyway, she's in it as an actress, so she's going down a different route, and she's really mellowed as a person, because she's always known as being quite, you know, mouthy, shouting, causing hissy fits, but she's sort of chilled into herself, which is good.
Oh, I hope so.
So I mean, this is supposed to be very good, and there's loads of stars: Kylie Minogue and Tyson Beckford. It's screening. It's called Empire. That's the name of the programme. So good for her.
And Cameron Diaz at the moment is currently filming the remake of Annie.
Really?
She is.
And she's playing the orphanage owner, Miss Hannigan.
Oh.
You know, this
I can
grouchy...
see her playing that. I think she's great.
I think she's funny. I really do. I think Cameron Diaz, I think, is just one of these sort of people that you can't help but not like. And there was another sort of funny story from... sorry, let me just go down. Someone who I knew quite well at one time, Max Clifford, who now unfortunately is behind bars. But it's stories are leaking out about him at the moment. He's trying to get a new job for when he comes out of prison, and he's been phoning. Apparently, so the story goes, and this sounds like a Fleet Street special to me. He's been ringing around all the newspapers and all the PR companies offering his services.
Really?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting
He's ambitious.
to see. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, his daughter opened Bourne Media, so with friends that they used to work with. So I'm sure there'd be a little opening there for him. I would say.
Before we go to the next news item, let's take a look at this video to see what Christmas means for some of our viewers out there. Let's take a look.
Christmas to me is all about being with the family, being with your friends, pigging out, eating far too much for anyone to handle, lots of mulled wine, lots of stupid games, and basically just celebrating being with your family and having a great time.
Christmas means family and friends, hot meals,
Christmas actually, at this particular part of my life, has lost a lot of meaning. When I was a child, I believed in it a lot more, believed in Father Christmas and everything, believed in family values. Now it's more like something that the government needs in order to generate loads of profit to feed its own pockets. However, I do love the way people act towards each other around Christmas time, and I think that's really positive, and that for me is the main thing.
Stay with family. I'm not a religious person, so Christmas is a moment to stay with my family, with my parents.
About being with your family, about eating. He said everything there, not just a couple of things. She just said everything about Christmas. Also about giving and seeing people's faces when they open their presents.
Delicious lunch and spending time with people that you like. Yeah, pretty much.
Let's just all remember the giving part and not just the eating.
Absolutely. Right. Can I say, contrary to that gentleman on the video, I still believe in Father Christmas. And children, there is a Father Christmas out there. Don't let anyone talk you out of it.
Yeah.
Father, I was in a store the other day, an Oxford Street store the other day, and Father Christmas came walking through. So that
did he really?
It proves it wasn't me. You're going to get me dressed as Father Christmas.
We could dress up as one next time you come.
Oh, thank you. Right. Why not? Yeah, I mean, I've done everything else. Why not finalise my career?
That's a fun one. Oh. So Ed Sheeran's broken America, so that's exciting news for him. But he's still such a laid-back guy, and he still buys his underwear in Primani. I was about to say Primark. So bless him. That's good. I think he's just very, very basic in that. But there was recently the Secrets, Victoria's Secrets. Do you know the underwear brand? And there's been a huge, great big exhibition walk in Earl's Court, and he was there performing. I don't know if you saw him. He looked like a child in a candy shop. He was so excited. But he felt like a dwarf, as in he felt like a very small person against these huge, great big models. But yeah,
and of course, one of the models was Kendall Jenner from the Kardashian family. So she's the next generation. So it's interesting to see at the moment, you know, how they're evolving yet again. It seems they seem to be sort of, it's almost like the Osmonds, you know, they popping up all over the place. They're all sort of growing up and before you know it, turning into these.
She's a great model. There's been lots of catty remarks that she's the only reason she's got there and she's a Victoria's Secret model is because of her family and the whole Kardashian thing. But I think that she's a very attractive girl and does a good job. Yeah.
In her own right.
That's good.
There she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
She's good, doesn't she? She's
I don't think we've run out of time.
Have we really?
Yes, we have. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next time.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so we have run out of time for today's show, but thanks so much for watching. And if you want more information about the program, about any of the guests that we've had on, you can visit the website chrissybshow.tv. And if you'd like to correspond with me personally, you can do so with my email address. I'm gonna get this right in a minute. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit tired. My email address is chris@chrissybshow.tv. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.